Hello guys, welcome back to AWMFX. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, no matter where you are. Hopefully you guys out there are doing great, extremely great, earning a lot of money from the market. So today I would like to make a video sharing with you how to identify a good compression. Now a lot of people, they always misunderstand compression. Then it means that it's going to be a leg retest, QML leg retest, and then the price will drop. Now, so let me share with you how to identify and how to get yourself from the wrong different type of compression. Now, first of all, let me explain what is a compression. Now, a compression happens when there is a setup. This setup can be a QML. It can be the one that we always know, a QML. It can also be a SPR or RBS in whatever situation. It can also be a QMTR. Okay, QMTR, it means that something like this. Okay. Okay, so it can be any of the setups. Okay, then as the price is returning, it will form a compression. A compression is a price moving in a staggered, all right, rising to the certain point before it decided to drop like a brick. This is a compression. Now, however, a lot of people, because they do not know how to identify a supply and demand zone, so it makes them a little bit difficult to understand what is a good this one called the compression. Now, this time around, let me share it with you. Now, first of all, for a compression to become effective, most of their demand zone has to be fully consumed. Okay, it may contain example like 5 demand zone. Let's say that there is a 5 demand zone. Maybe 1 is still fresh. Okay, the rest is all being consumed. Now, when this demand zone is being consumed, it means that this price, when it drops, it doesn't have much friction. It doesn't have nothing to hold it back. Okay, so this is an effective compression, and you should be looking forward for, okay, every time you have any opportunity. However, sometimes people misunderstand pricing rising in a staggered way and the demand zone. So it means that most of the time when there is a demand zone fresh, examples, let's say we have 5, okay, and maybe 1 of it is being consumed, 1 demand zone is being consumed. The rest is still very fresh, okay. We have quite a lot of demand zone that is fresh. And what happened is that it makes you misunderstand that this is a compression and you think that it's going to be effective. Okay, so what happened is that very likely the price will drop, but it does not drop far. Okay, or worse, it doesn't drop at all. It will just continue rising up because there is too many demand zone, and all this demand zone is a price breaking structure demand zone. So in making that all the demand zone is extremely powerful. Now, let's go into an example and let me share with you. Okay, so recently in gold, XAU USD in 30 minutes, a lot of my students as well, they came to me telling me that, hey, this looks like a good compression. All right, this looks like a good compression because we have a QML right here. Okay, we have a QML structure. Just let me draw it for you. It may look a little bit weird, but it comes right here. Okay, and then we have a drop. We have a QML structure, and then the price started to move upwards, correct, in a staggered way. Now, however, let's compare the movement. First of all, the movement is really looks like a compression. It does looks like a compression. Okay, it does looks like a compression. But however, if you focus onto the demand zone itself, the demand zone, most of them still remain fresh. Still remain very, very fresh. Can you see it? Do you observe it? Only maybe certain 1 or 2 demand zone has been consumed. The remaining is still very fresh, right? So in making this price extremely, not to say impossible, but dangerous to trade. Okay, with so many fresh demand zone, even if the price tend to drop from this QML, it will not drop far. It will just drop to a certain point and then it will propel, continue propelling upside. Okay, so remember these keywords. For a compression to work brilliantly, it must have the demand zone or the opposite direction, the supply zone being consumed, so that there is no friction left to hold the price when the price goes your way. All right, so remember this and prevent yourself from getting into stop losses. All right, so I've actually created a Telegram group to give you guys some information daily. Now, if you wanted to join this Telegram group, you can actually go to my bio link. All right, there is a link to the Telegram group. All right, I'll be seeing you guys in that group. Thank you very much. See you guys then. Bye.